I had to come and explain some shit to the ill-informed brothers and sisters coming from overseas, coming over here misinformed, thinking that they dealing, with they, I don't know who they think they dealing with. They perceive black Americans to be imbeciles. I don't know what the fuck they believe, but it's not a good look for them. It's really not a good look for them to be, misinterpreting, you know, you know, the makeup of Black America, you know, and this is just being upfront. I don't condone a lot of the shit that FBA do. I don't condone none of some of these crazy ass Africans that bring their ass over here acting stupid. I don't condone that shit. Like I said, I didn't have motherfuckers say silly things to me, and I check the shit out of their ass too. That comes with the nature, of black Americans, because most of us come up out of, some city, where, it's a jungle. It's a concrete jungle. Niggas ain't buying that type of disrespect. And so really they come over like, man, really ill-informed and really put themselves in a serious predicament, man. You know, they put themselves in a real serious predicament. They do that shit. That ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. That's a silly ass nigga. Pan-Africanism is like a damn holy order. That ain't no damn where you dealing with individuals confused about respect. That's one of the main things. You got to have common respect. You don't got common respect, you not no real Pan African. That's just the real thing. Yeah. Oh, the sword is out. The sword is, yeah. We that's how it's going. You know what I'm saying? But as I cut into FBA, a lot of people, think that I condone, which I do not condone. At the same time, I see silly shit on both sides. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that both of y'all do. You damn near like two peas in a pod on another side of the goddamn ocean. Yeah, y'all speak a different language, but a lot of y'all movements is the same. Into into people got this FBA mysticism, like all them niggas that just scream. And I know this shit to be true. Majority of niggas that say they Christian, they be in church and shit, and niggas be killers, be dope dealers, and every fucking thing else. So you not gonna confuse me because you shout, I'm this, I'm that. Nigga, you ain't shit. You the same nigga you was before you wasn't FBA. Like, oh, all of a sudden, nigga, we know what you been doing, nigga. We know what you been doing. Now they get on the team. Oh, I'm like that, like somehow that wash away all your sins and shit, nigga. You FBA or you this or you that, and somehow that wash away all your goddamn sins and your perverted ideologies and all of that. No, that you no, that don't do that. And so what happens is, see, niggas try to flee into all of these identities, and we put the spotlight on their ass and expose them. Now the Africans, a lot of them do be saying silly shit. They be saying some silly shit. And I be thinking like, man, y'all come to America, do y'all know these niggas is wild as fuck? You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in a fucked up predicament coming over here, then you get on the bad side of black Americans, and the majority of these niggas, when you go into these cities, they not to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it a buck. We gonna keep it a buck. You cannot come into these cities, man, of black America, man, and get on and think you different, because they gonna zoom in on that shit eventually and make it hard on the motherfucker. Ain't gonna be no wars. Y'all thinking, and I'm not saying it, but, shit could lead to other things. That's how I go. And that's just not what we want. We don't want that. But when people spew hate out of their fucking mouth like that, it's just like dry grass. It's dry grass right now. It's dry grass. And all somebody got to say is on and popping. And man, this shit could get ugly. That's how bad it is right now. Instead of people, come to understand, okay, we was misinformed. That's what the Africans need to say. We was misinformed, and back the fuck up and readjust, how they move with Black America, because it's the way y'all going at this shit is not, you're not gonna win that way. They have come into their understanding, and which I'm not at all in disagreement with. But to label this shit, see, but I know what FBA is doing. You see, they think they about to get them a package deal. They think they about to attach Pan-Africanism to some niggas that's not even practicing Pan-Africanism. And so what it really is, you mad at the community over in America because we done stepped on a lot of y'all religions and a lot of y'all ideologies. And so you think you can, Pan-Africanism, the Egypt is not real, or the history that they teach it, if Jesus is really God. That's what y'all really want. Jesus is really God. Pan-Africanism is a scam. Y'all niggas trying to redeem white Jesus, nigga. I know what but see, y'all don't understand that niggas in Africa that worship white Jesus, they don't want to hear shit from me. Them motherfuckers be talking the same. You think they respect me? They don't respect me. Them ain't Pan-African. They talk shit because they love Jesus just like you niggas. So the fact that y'all try to attack, no, Pan-Africanism, and it's the flagship of Pan-Africanism is right here in America. The brothers and sisters studying got, under Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Ivan Van Sertima, Amos Wilson, Chancellor Williams, George G.M. James, all the greats. That's literature. That's our ideology. Them niggas ain't studied. And see, y'all think y'all slick with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't mad when them African niggas get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that slick shit y'all doing is trying to, because y'all mad at this community, but you really can't come because y'all ain't got no scholarship. Y'all don't even talk about no books. Y'all, at least we try to elevate our mind and study, well, at least the community I came up in. A lot of y'all niggas that turn into video freaks and shit. Y'all just like watching videos. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't read no more. But anyway, at least we got literature, and I don't hear y'all niggas talk about no literature. All y'all do is get up here and spew rhetoric all motherfucking through the video. Where's the literature that a man or a woman can read for themselves? A young African teenager could read for themselves and study for themselves, elevating their mind. Y'all don't say shit. Y'all don't bring up no goddamn literature about a damn thing. You know why? Because you ain't got no scholarship. And that's where y'all niggas get left behind. That's where you get left behind. But the real thing is that I don't endorse nothing that, when they get to talking shit about Black Americans, I done been in that situation. And I done chopped their ass up just the same. But I don't identify them ignorant ass niggas with Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is a holy order. It's not a lot of people when you start going into higher consciousness, I don't give a fuck which one you choose, what organization you choose. When you start dealing with higher consciousness, it's always going to be small numbers. That's just what it is. So quit, trying to attach Pan-Africanism to all these niggas that come over here spewing garbage. You see what I'm saying? And the fact, see, if once you come into Pan-Africanism, the higher consciousness, all of that shit been purged. Anytime, all that disrespect, that shit been purged. If you see a motherfucker talking disrespect of black people, no matter where they at, That's proof positive that they are not practicing Pan-Africanism. So excuse me and miss me with that bullshit. But at the same time, we do not condone at all any disrespect from any African, any Caribbean that come over and they come over here bumping their motherfucking gums, knowing they own the land now. So now you gonna get up in the nigga face, you gonna run off at the mouth. You know motherfuckers is gonna, they not having that. You see what I'm saying? So you might as well take your ass back on home because what it is dry grass right now. And I'm trying to keep shit, where, this shit don't get ugly. But, all it take is one spark and this shit could get ugly for real. That's where it's at. That's really where it's at. All it take is one spark and the shit could get ugly. That's because of all the mud and shit that's being slung back and forth, and all somebody got to say, oh, it's on and popping, and somebody get hurt or something like that, and this shit could become, international, beef and shit, and and don't nobody want to see that dumb shit. But that's what they want. That's what the powers to be want. Niggas need to just go on and get it until they can get their head together and develop and and leave that dumb shit alone. You can't leave the dumb shit alone long enough, man, where it might be some possibility that we can build on a higher level. You see, you just won't leave it alone. And you can't do it in neither group. And people talk about, and I see a lot of motherfuckers talking about niggas in Africa can't get it together. Like you niggas can get it together. I mean, y'all niggas, I don't know what the fuck confusion y'all got going on. Oh, them niggas over in Africa, they can't get it together. You niggas can't get it together neither. All you niggas do is gang bang, beef in every motherfucking city. You must be out of your mind. I don't understand that. They act like, yeah, them niggas is over there, beefing. Yeah, they is. They beef all over the place. I ain't gonna say every place, but they beef in a lot of places. But so do you. Are you confused? Are you confused? All these niggas red and blue and all the gangs in Chicago that then spread out all over the United States. Niggas in Detroit, niggas in Baltimore, niggas in Philly, that's all niggas do is beef. What the fuck is y'all talking? And that history of beefing in the last 30 fucking 40 years. That's all niggas them did is beef in damn near every urban city in the United States. But y'all talking about niggas in Africa can't get it together. I mean, this, and if they can't, that very well may be a truth, but nigga, have you looked in the mirror and analyzed yourself? You see what I'm saying? I don't understand that shit. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers got me fucked up, man. But anyway, family, I just wanted to throw that out here that, African peoples and Caribbean peoples, you're not going to win over here with that rhetoric. I mean, I'm just going to be real. You're not going to win over here with the rhetoric. You're not, So, I mean, and nobody's going to come to where you at and win with no rhetoric like that. Nobody going to come where Jamaican people live in Jamaica and think they're going to talk down on Jamaican people in Jamaica and think they're going to live and breathe and be safe. Anybody that come to another man's home and talk greasy looking to get some work put in on their ass, man. I mean, just being real. That's just anyway. You can come on the nigga block and disrespect and get some work. You come into a man's house and talk too loud and get aggressive in another man's house. Man might work out on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in proximity to a person's homeland and they, you have to have a certain amount of respect. That's common knowledge. So that just show y'all niggas ain't fucking with no higher knowledge. That's common knowledge that everybody should know, And if you don't know that, man, there's something missing in your consciousness, You don't have a certain level of respect and you don't have a certain level of, let me be secure where I'm going. I don't go in people's cities, and I mean, I done been to a whole lot of cities. And when I go into these cities, I give these niggas praise. Man, y'all the coldest. And I do mean it. Every city that I give them praise and give them respect. You know what I'm saying? That's just common knowledge. You can't come in no man's house and get to talking greasy and shit, and this is their house. Nigga, you gonna come up missing. So the fact that people could come to Black America talking greasy, and I know all these ignorant ass cities, man, y'all niggas is really, I mean, whoa, like, man, do y'all really know where the fuck y'all at? And who y'all fucking with? These niggas ain't really, once you leave that consciousness alone, that's why I keep telling you, it's really not the consciousness, it's that ignorant nigga syndrome that we have. And I must speak on that. Everybody got a little ignorant nigga syndrome. And to come to another man's land knowing motherfuckers got that, can easily leave the conscious shit alone real quick and snap into that ignorant nigga, mentality, and shit could get ugly real quick. So we could just leave this shit alone. It's really about common respect. And a lot of people just do not have common respect. It ain't got nothing to do with no isms. Quit blaming it on the isms. That's a lie. That's a higher consciousness. When you come into that consciousness, that's a holy order. That's something you leave that type of shit alone. You see what I'm saying? Any type of, you disrespecting and that right there in itself shows you are not a part of Pan-Africanism or any higher consciousness or any order of higher consciousness. But anyway, I'm up out of here, family. We gonna be right back. Click that link down there, Patreon, General Seti, KingSeti.com, General Seti, one stop on Etsy. We come on back. If y'all got something to say, come on back. We still chopping it up. See you in a minute, Black Pop.